Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Verging Reality. I am Rabid Penguin, and I am coming back at you with another Star Citizen video. Doing a second video on the CitizenCon because I did it originally when it was live. It was kind of long, and there were parts of it that didn't really... I mean, we already knew about it, and so I kind of wanted to do a video that just focused on the relevant new things that I thought were cool at CitizenCon, and just kind of have more of a precise video that was focused on that. Hello to my fellow Star Citizens. I am a citizen. I have earned citizenship, and I'm excited to be a Star Citizen. I love this game. I cannot wait for this game to launch, although I really like kind of where it's at now. I mean, it's not got a lot to do, but I enjoyed it. I don't get to get into it as much as I want to, but I'm wanting to get in more, do more streaming, things like that. I'm kind of a new face now on YouTube, especially for Star Citizen, but just in general. I've got another channel, Verging Reality, which is the name of this channel. And
the community that Star Citizen has developed over the past 4 years has devoted thousands of hours into making
so I do videos on VR and AR, and so one of the things I will focus on is Star Citizen. When it's available is the VR, although I might try and jump in with VorpX and play around with it in VR from there. So I'm going to jump ahead. I like that ship. I want the news variant of that ship. The Reliant. So I'm going to jump ahead to some of the...
we read the forums, we read the comments, and
the areas in the video. You're going to hear me clicking here.
Just from them playing, that's giving us a tremendous amount of information.
I'm going to jump ahead to some of the relevant points. This is a video they did. I thought it was really cool. They brought in all the videos for the Star Citizen backers. Everybody was asked to do a short 30-second video. I didn't get mine in time. I may go ahead and do it anyway just because it was very well received by the community. It is a great community. Even for someone like me who's just getting started, people have already been watching the one little live stream that I did, and not getting a lot, getting some comments here and there, and I appreciate it. Excuse me. So I'm real thankful for you guys that have watched, and love tips and tricks and anything from you vets doing this already. I just want to do it because I love it. Eventually what I want to do with this is I want to do like in-game news articles and casts on YouTube and written that basically are from the perspective of my character. So I'm going to hunt around the entire universe just looking for the stories and things that you guys are telling, that you guys are doing, and I'm going to tell your story. That's how I want to play Star Citizen. I don't really care about running around and being the best dogfighter or anything like that. I just want to run around, explore, find the stories that are there that SIG has put in there, but also find the stories you guys are telling and the things that you guys do as you get involved in different things. So that's how I kind of want to contribute to the community. I hope it works out. I've got a lot to learn still about producing videos and things like that, so bear with me, I ask, be patient. I'm learning more and more every day. I've got the right tools. I just gotta, I gotta get them all together and figure out how to use them right. So, but all right, let's move on because this is a real long video. I still love it though. This video right here just kind of, I don't know, gives me chills. I just am like, ooh, love it. Love seeing all you fellow citizens talk about the game and what you love about it. That's pretty awesome.
Publishers, freedom in gameplay, freedom for
I agree with this guy. It makes me think of innovation. What I love about Star Citizen is the innovation that Chris Roberts is bringing into it. He takes a lot of flack for being a perfectionist, for doing all of these things to make this perfect game that some people think is impossible. But he doesn't like that word impossible. And I don't care who you are out there, you say, well, there's a reason why we have that word. No, we throw that word around way too often. We say things are impossible that may actually not be impossible, we just haven't tried them, because we're used to the way things have always been. Chris doesn't stay with the status quo. He's trying to do the impossible. He's trying to raise the ante for game development, and that's why I'm supporting, because even if he doesn't succeed in everything that he's doing, the fact that he's attempting it, the fact that he's trying to do more, the fact that he's trying to innovate on game design and in this game. I'm really excited about that. So, all right, let's move on, because that's the next kind of cool part. But the next kind of cool thing they showcased at CitizenCon is the Spectrum. So I'm going to jump ahead. The Spectrum is basically coinciding with the Spectrum inside. Sorry, my dog's going wackadoodle. The Spectrum is basically the in-game internet. We all know that if you're a citizen. If you're not, that's what the Spectrum is signifying. It is the in-game internet for your characters. So what they decided to do in the new website, technically Orgs 2.0 is what we had been calling it in the past. Those of us have been following for a while. Or maybe this incorporates parts of 3.0, I don't know. But this is basically the new organization forum system, and they've named it the same as the in-game internet, which makes sense. It's pretty cool because they're going to tie this into the in-game system. So this is going to have, I think it was Board Gamer that said, it's kind of a mix of Facebook and Twitter and chat and all sorts of other things, and voice, which is what I find cool, is that they're going to be, it's basically a one-stop shop for everything Star Citizen. Not only can you run your org here and you can see everything for your org, your chat channels, you can create your own forums. So in my opinion, for something small like I'm planning on doing, I may or may not have other members in my group. My organization is set to exist basically in game. It's meant to be small. It's not meant to just be a one-person org just to have an org. It's because I'm doing something specific as my character who isn't necessarily connected to any bigger entities out there. And I may have other people join me, but here I can create forums and stuff and keep it all connected to the Star Citizen universe. I don't have to create an engine site or any of those other sites. And I find that really cool. I got my private messages. There's going to be voice chat down the road. In the first iteration, it's just going to be chat. It's going to be forums. It's going to be, you can do the bookmarks. It's there on the side. And then they're going to be adding some additions and things like that. And then you'll be able to have voice. And you'll have voice communication. It's not going to work just on these forums. It's going to work in the game as well. So they're going to have their own voice system, which is great because you don't have to rely on Discord. You don't have to rely on TeamSpeak or any of that kind of stuff. I'm sure some orgs still will, but for me, this is just really awesome to me. I think it's a great system, and I'm really excited about seeing it. And hopefully, I think they were kind of intimating we're probably 2-3 weeks away. Although there's one point where he said, "Oh, by the end of the year." So I don't know, because the end of the year is more than 3 weeks away. So we will see what we will see, right? All right. Sorry, I'm a little crazy here. All right. So. Oh, so right a little further on, they actually give us a bit of the roadmap. So this is where things are going. The beginning release coming soon. 2, 3, 4 weeks. We'll get the browser version with the forums, chat, notification, private messaging, and your friends list. This is going to become a desktop app and a mobile app. So you'll be able to have it on your mobile phone, sitting in your boring meetings at work, and you'll be able to keep up with your org, start talking to them, chatting, ignoring your boss because he's having yet another meeting that you really don't want to be in because you'd rather just be getting your work done because now he's holding you back. Gotta love bosses. Gotta love them. All right. I don't have a lot of meetings at my work, but I remember them. I remember them well. All right, so the next thing we got to see at CitizenCon, which was pretty cool, was the militia initiative with the Polaris. And I'm going to let this run because it was pretty cool. All right, here we go. The UEE Militia Mobilization Initiative. No, Vega Prime. Why did you have to hurt those people? This is the Vandal attack on Vega. Those horrible evil monsters. I'm sure they're just misunderstood. I'm sure this was just some kind of, you know, important site for the dudes. And here we are just stepping all over it. It's our fault this happened. No, I don't agree. Stop those evil vandals. They're so warlike. Look. The broken helmet. Let's see. Oh, I got the sound down.
Always wanted a safe and
Oh, well.
secure UEE for all.
The most important part is coming up. A new ship reveal.
Thanks to your continued support in the sale of war bonds, the
I don't sell war
UEE is
bonds.
proud to announce the militia mobilization
I'm a lover, not a
initiative,
fighter.
authorizing the sale of certain military-grade ships to ensure that civilian militias are properly equipped to defend the empire.
I have
in
not a
times
single
of need.
military ship in
We
my
will
arsenal.
ensure a brighter future for our children.
Although I
At the
can't wait to get on
forefront
some of
that
these and just
effort
see
is
them.
RSI's newest ship,
Polaris.
the Polaris.
I've heard some people in the community say they don't really like
Devastating
this. It looks kind of like
speed.
just the tip of a
The
spear,
Polaris
too
class
triangular for
corvette
them.
is effective against a wide
I think it
variety
looks
of
really cool.
aggressors and
I think it
scenarios.
looks pretty
From
amazing.
delivering humanitarian aid
I don't plan to own
to
one because
tactical
I don't want
operations.
to have 24
Polaris's
people to help me run
ability
it.
will make it an essential part
Looks
of
kind of weird
any
because it looks
fleet
like
for
two
years
ships
to
kind
come.
of jacked together.
Polaris
It's like
is
they started
only
with a
the
smaller
tip of
ship
the
and it got
spear for this
smacked into the
grand
back.
initiative.
Although it also looks maybe
A
like those
full
two
line
pieces
of
could
other ships are
separate.
now available for a limited
Oh.
time.
Maybe have a faster,
And to
speedier
support
little
faster mobilization
something. I
and
don't know.
operational effectiveness, fleet
Where do you know
formations
that
are
we can
being
have command
offered in
modules that
discounted
separate with the
pre-designed
Caterpillar?
ship teams.
So maybe they'll do the same
So
thing.
stand in solidarity with the brave men and women who put their lives on the line and join them in protecting the dream that is the UE.
I know some folks in an org I was in before
Answer
actually
the
had,
call today.
I think, 2 of the bigger, the Idris, or whatever the frigate was they were selling before this one. All right, that is the Polaris. That was the newest ship reveal, and of course it went up for sale, and a bunch of other ships went up for sale on the RSA site that were linked to that. If you didn't get your Drake Herald before, go ahead and get it now if you want one. $35. I actually need to go buy it. I hope they're still up. I haven't checked today. It's Tuesday. This was on Sunday. I'm not really sure if it's going to be up for the whole week or what it is. But if it's still up and you wanted some of these ships, go get it. You can get the Polaris for $750. I think there's some deals if you're an earlier backer or something that you can get it a little cheaper. If you pay for it, but if you want to use store credit, you have to pay the $750. Too rich for my blood. Although overall, I probably put about that much into it. But I'm not wiping all my packages to get a Polaris because I don't need it. But it's a pretty cool looking ship. And I'm sure you guys will find some really cool ways to use it. You can only have like one light fighter, but who knows if you can kind of fudge that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, so moving on. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the various updates. The first one being Squadron 42. Like most of you, I was pretty disappointed that Squadron 42 wasn't showcased. We were kind of told that we were going to get to see Squadron 42. At least it was kind of hinted at, and we didn't. It was kind of disappointing for all of us because we were hoping it was much further along. It sounds like right now that everything is at least in gray box or better for the game, and they have a chapter that they're pushing forward of the 28. We're gonna have 28 chapters with 60 plus missions. Pretty cool. I'll have the story arc with 1,255 pages of dialogue. That's awesome. 40 distinct ships from fighters to dreadnoughts. That's a pretty cool amount of ships. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't seem like other games focus on having that many distinct vehicles. You know, maybe you see it in the difference in cars and something like Grand Theft Auto. But I see a lot of twins. I see a lot of twins in there. Of course, you're going to see a lot of twins in this game, though, because it's the military. So everybody's using very similar ships, or certain ships are loaded on each dreadnought so that they can perform different missions. But like you, I was disappointed that we weren't going to get to see anything else on Squadron 42. Kind of sad, but hey, they're still working on it. Like I said, I'm patient. I've got the alpha to play in when I want to, when I have the time. I can't wait to play Squadron 42. I can't wait to see that first chapter come out. Hopefully we're going to see it early 2017, but there's no launch date yet, so it'll be ready when it's ready. It'll be ready when it's perfect. And it'll still have some issues, so, but I'm glad he wants to work out getting this the best possible game he can get us. So I'm patient. I'll wait. But, so nothing really much to talk about there. Next update, Star Marine. So, they also talked about the upcoming 2.6 and their progress on it so far. 2.6 is coming. He mentioned that it was with the Evocati, which means it's in the very first test group, which hopefully means here in a week or so we're going to be seeing this on the PTU, Public Test Universe. And then those of us who normally get invited in to see that will, and those of us who don't or only sometimes get invited in may or may not get invited in to test it out. I have a suspicion that if you've ever been in the PTU before, at some point in the process you'll probably get pulled in to help them test it, because this is going to be a big update for them. They've been working on Star Marine for quite a while. We move forward just a little bit. Oops, too far. There we go. This is going to be one of the new gameplay types, so they can show us basically the FPS arena. We've had the ship arena for a while, Arena Commander. Now we're going to have Star Marine. Yeah! Like I said, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I love FPS. Not necessarily the best Twitch player, so I'm hoping there's going to be a little something in here for everybody. People are going to need medics, things like that. I like to play support roles, but I'm going to have fun with this no matter what, even if I'm not that good at it. I'll stream it. You guys can make fun of me getting killed all the time. We'll call it Rabid Penguin, playing it like a noob. So we're going to have two locations, Station Damien and Echo 11, at 4 vs 4 and 12 vs 12. That's going to be fun. We'll have a deathmatch and control game modes, which really, is there anything else? I wonder if deathmatch is just deathmatch or if it'll be team deathmatch like we're used to with the Marines and the pirate side. We're going to have some new armor, weapons, a tactical visor with radar. That's what I'm interested in seeing. Looting system. Am I going to be able to shoot you in the face and take your stuff? That could be fun, especially with persistence. I can go pretend to be a pirate, sneak in, shoot you all. That's how I roll. And then new achievements and ribbons. Cool. They managed to run that kind of like a ribbon, military ribbon system. All right. Pretty cool. We will see that very soon. Very soon. TM. Trademarked. Soon. All right. So the next very important piece is the roadmap going forward, starting with Alpha 3.0, which we have been told. Can't make promises, but we've been told before the end of the year is what they're shooting for on this one. We'll see. So far, I've seen no reason why we can't. We've seen both Planetary Landing V2, which we're going to look at a little later, and we've also seen the V1, where it was on a station and they moved between points and found the Starfarer and all the floating bodies. Spooky. That was really cool. Really cool. So anyway, 3.0, hopefully, end of this year. We're going to have our basic professions in. We're going to have a bigger area of Stanton. We're going to have all the planets in Stanton, and we're going to have a bunch of moons and different locations to go to. It'll be pretty much the first time we've had an entire system. So it should be pretty big. Should substantially raise the playing area and give us a lot of fun. We're going to have some basic professions: trading, transport, piracy, smuggling, mercenary work, and bounty hunter. Yeah. And then we're going to have our new ships. We're going to have the Ursa rover, the Dragonfly, for obvious reasons. Since we're going to be on planets, we need a way to get around on those. You do not want to walk on a planet forever. You will never get where you're going. You'll just have to fly and land, hopefully. But you can't just land anywhere on the planet because not everywhere is conducive to landing for your ship. Then we're going to have the Drake Caterpillar. I really want the Drake Caterpillar. And if it's launching in 3.0, that means they'll probably launch another ship sale for it, which is good because I missed it the last time because I was waffling. Do I want one? Do I not want one? I really do want one. I think it's going to be perfect for what I'm trying to do with the game. I'm hoping we can outfit some stuff because I'm going to get the Mako news van as well, because obviously if I'm going to be doing stories and being able to capture it with the camera. But I'd love to be able to mount the camera on my Caterpillar. A news van module, maybe? I don't know. I like to put a camera on there just because the ship's so versatile. And I don't know that I can always make money just telling stories. But then information brokering is in the game, or will be in the game. So that's possible. And then we'll also have the Aquila, the science exploration version of the constellation. Sweet. All right, then moving on to 3.1. We are going to have some even more cool stuff. Now, basically what he had said in the past is that he wanted to have a release every month. But they've since found that that's pretty much impossible, which is true because by the time they get done doing all the work, they get it tested and everything out, it's been a few months. So now they're basically wanting to get out a new module every 2 to 3 months. So basically every quarter they want to try and get one out, which is cool. So it basically means what we're about to see is the next year's roadmap, the complete year for next year's roadmap. So if we get 3.0 in December, then by March we should see 3.1. And we're going to have mining and refining, quantum interdiction, which basically I think means that pirates are going to be able to knock people out of quantum and keep them from being able to escape so they can try and capture their ships or their cargo. We're going to have refueling for all you Starfare owners out there, and escort missions for all you brawny types, all you scrappers. We're going to have some additional solar system locations, still in the same system, still just going to be the Stanton system. And then some more new ships, the Drake Cutlass, red and blue, which I think are hangar ready already, they're just not flyable. The Whole Sea for all you cargo movers out there, the Prospector. I'm going to be able to do you some prospecting on those asteroids and moons now. Sweet. And then the Origin 85X, which is the small personal vehicle for those who have the 890 Jump Origin. Although the 890 Jump's not available yet. So you'll have the small ship and not the big one. All right. Next up, 3.2. Awesome. Yeah, let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. Went too far. Let's see where we need to be. All right, 3.2 is going to be the repair and salvage. Again, see March, June, around the June time frame is when we should see 3.2. Again, I'm not holding them to these numbers because you just never know what's going to happen along the way. But I do think as they've got all their systems in place and they're building stuff, they get their tools, this is going to get faster and faster and faster. But they are adding new mechanics with each one of these. So we're going to have the salvage and repair mechanic, and mercenaries are going to have covert operation missions, stealth. We're going to have some more solar system locations within the Stanton system, and some new ships. All the rest of the constellation variants, the Taurus and the Phoenix. We're going to have the Anvil Terrapin, which is interesting because that ship was just announced as a concept so recently. Usually ships don't go to from concept to actual launch this quickly. But then again, it is a military-minded ship, and so it was probably something they were already developing for Squadron 42. I I think the Anvil Terrapin's pretty cool. I had bought one, but then I burnt it for the moment just because I wasn't sure yet if I wanted the Anvil Terrapin, if it was going to fit my style. It has sensors but no camera, so I'm not sure. We'll see. Looks like a cool ship though. I really like it. So then we're going to have the other Vanguard variants as well, the Harbinger and the Sentinel and the Reclaimer. I'm excited about the Reclaimer. Right now in my hangar, I have the Scout one, the big one. It's on the next slide. But up until recently, I had the Reclaimer in my hangar because I love the idea of the salvage mechanic, and I still want to see how that salvage mechanic is going to fit into the idea that I want to do the storytelling and things like that. I can probably do both. And so I may go back to getting my Reclaimer because I don't know, there's something about finding old ships wherever and taking the parts off them, discovering their story, but making a little money on the side. Maybe not a bad idea for erstwhile space newsman. Maybe make a little money on the side while I'm finding those stories. I don't know. But the Reclaimer, oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to see it. Even though I have the other one, I do have a ticket that will let me switch back to the Reclaimer if I so choose. And I may so choose. So, 3.2. Let's see. September next year. So, close to a year from now. Somewhere in that time frame. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Oh, no. So, 3.1 March. Yeah, September. I don't know. My times may be off here. But then we have 3.3. Let's get to it. 3.3. We're going to have farming. All you farmers out there, you're going to be able to grow us some carrots and space turnips. I want some space turnips. Get me some space turnips, okay? Okay. We'll make a deal. I'll tell your story. You give me space turnips. I got to eat. Grown boy. Rescue. That was another mechanic I was really interested in. I've changed what I've wanted to do in this game so many times. It's not even funny because there's so many options. You can do anything you want in this game. And you don't have to be one thing. You could be many things. Like I said, I can combine the idea that I want to tell stories and find all these events while also salvaging and rescuing people. Why not? Then I could tell their story, why they need to be rescued. The Anvil Carrack is going to be a new ship. At this point, you 890 jump owners, your big old yacht, you're going to have that. We're going to have the Merchantman, which I know a lot of people are waiting for, and the Misk Reliant variants. So I will have my Mako news van at this point towards the end of next year. The Carrack is what I have right now.
Who knew farming was so popular?
The scout ship. So, but I'll probably jump back to the Reclaimer because I really was interested in that whole ship. It's awesome. The Carrack just seemed to make sense because I'm going to be flying around looking for stories, exploring, finding, what happened to things. And the Carrack just seemed like that, might be a good way to go. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So, finally, we will be jumping over to Alpha 4.0. Alpha 4.0 is going to drastically expand the world. We are going to finally be able to jump to other star systems. You will be able to go outside the Stanton system. They're not committing to how many star systems will be available to us at this point. But I suspect as big as Stanton is and as big as Stanton's going to get, that the universe is already going to be huge by this point. We're talking about an early access game that to me has more to do than almost any early access game I've seen so far. This is the point where we're going to get, the travel to multiple star systems, the exploration and discovery, science and research job lines are going to come on board. We get more locations in the Stanton system. And then we're going to get the MSI Orion, which I believe is the large mining ship. And the Anvil Crucible, the large repair ship. That one's a weird one because we're already going to have repair, the salvage and the repair mechanic a few back. And but we won't have the Crucible, which is the main repair ship, until the end of the year. If they hold to like their normal schedule, then 4.0 should be around December, January timeframe. December next year, January 2018. So, a lot of cool stuff coming up for this game. Lot of cool stuff. Alright, so the last thing we really had to see here was we got to see the planetary demo. Now, if you were at Gamescom, personally, I feel like Gamescom was a little more interesting. But that's just me. I really loved the Miles Eckhart missions. I loved being able to see the video on your Moby Glass and all that cool stuff. Not that I don't think that planetary landings is cool. I think the planets on Star Citizen look amazing. I just really feel like they feel like planets. I mean, they feel like I would expect if I jumped on this planet what it would feel like. We're looking at Lear 3 in the Lear system, which is not in Stanton. It's not an area we're going to see. To me, this proves that they're working on other systems. This is all in-game footage. This is not a trick. This is not a video. This is not a movie. This is them actually moving through this space in the engine. This is the actual game. They're moving straight from space down on the planet with no loading screens, just like they did in the version 1 that they showed at Gamescom, where they showed the freelancer moving down. That was awesome, man, with the flames coming off the top. I was like, ah! I was an excited little guy. This is really exciting to get to see all this planet tech, and eventually it's going to come up on a constellation Aquila. I don't know. I guess it depends on where you're from, huh? But I mean, look at this, man. It's seamless. It's a seamless planet. We've got tundra and trees, which I think is cool. It kind of reminded me of like Africa type place. You're gonna have deserts, and I mean, look at that volumetric fog, and it's basically dirt, but it's cool. It's just, you can tell it's a windy planet. Although I don't see the trees moving. But, you know, whatever. That's okay. It's probably just because they're flying by them so fast. But yeah, man, it's cool. Look, we go up into the mountains when it's snowy. You can see kind of the snow drifting off the mountains. Look at that planet over there, or the moon, whatever it is. It's awesome. And you can actually go from this point and jump straight over to it and actually land on it as well. If you see it, it is an actual object. There's no skyboxes, there's no nothing. That's freaking amazing. And look at the FPS. They're getting 101. I think the lowest I saw the FPS on this thing at one point was like 55. When he gets further along, he lands the Aquila. There we go. See, we see the Aquila right there. Then he's going to land, and he's going to go on a mission to go look at some distress beacons, and it goes, you know, yada yada. He finds the distress beacons. I love, watch. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm skipping around. Watch. The lockers are working. That's awesome. It's the small things. It's the little details about this game. How many games actually have weapons lockers and all that kind of stuff for you to get suited up before you go do something, instead of just, oh, push a button and now I've got my combat gear on. I don't know. The small things. It's the attention to detail that most game groups don't even bother with. Some do, but not. I still don't think to this level, this degree, because it takes time, and people get yelled at for taking too much time instead of, you know, us being happy that they're trying to give us something more than we've ever had before. All right, so he's jumped into his rover. He's gonna go check out the.
Looks like someone didn't heed the atmospheric unsafe flight warning.
He's gonna go check out this distress beacons and stuff, but he's come across a wreck. Ooh, Cutlass. Cutlass decided to think it could just land wherever it wanted to. That's been there a while, huh? It's got to have been. Anyway, so he's gonna move on. He's gonna come up here and find some, I don't know, they look like sand people to me, but they're some kind of desert nomads. Watch this. It's pretty cool, actually. You can definitely see where the AI needs some work, and they mentioned for 2.6 or for Squadron 42 that the AI still needed some work in subsumption. Subsumption is their overarching artificial intelligence that's running the game, that's supposed to make everything lifelike. Subsumption I'm really excited about because it's supposed to have, like, you know, people with day and night cycles. You know, people don't stay awake forever. That shop's not going to be open forever. You got to go when it's open. Those guys got to go get sleep too. They got to go feed their little NPC children. You know, keep their NPC wives or husbands happy. But you'll see here, right here, he's about to go. The AI is not the best. I mean, it sees them, so it's getting them. But over here, right, he's gonna get this dude. Now watch, that guy's just shooting. Watch this guy though. Look, where is he shooting? He's just kind of shooting down, but he's not shooting at anything. So, what the heck there? But anyway, you can see that they still need some work on some of that. But that's okay. They gotta work. Now, he's gonna go and get the, he's gonna go and get one of the nomads, dragonflies that they've conveniently left behind. Because his rover is now blown up. Look at that. I love it. No, I want to go back. Alright. So, really cool. The dragonfly is really cool. I want one. I like motorcycles. I used to own one, but I had to sell it. So I'm gonna get my space motorcycle on. Because the cool thing about this is I can fit that in my constellation and actually use it in space as well as a little personal sled to go check things out if I want to, which is really cool. There's just a scene that comes up here that I really think is cool. The water. I don't know why. I just think that really is cool. I also like that you have to pick your path around. You can't just go up around anything. I mean, these are vehicles. They gotta follow a path. Alright, come on. Get up to what Daddy wants to see. Wants to see me some water. Wonder if there's good fish in there. We go fishing. We got a farming mechanic. Now we need a fishing mechanic. And catch us some space fish. Look at that cloud in the background, that storm. So he's eventually going to go over, he's going to find a crashed javelin. We're going to try and move up here a little bit on his search for systems. Look at that storm. And if you look, ooh, look at this. Watch this. Ooh, worms. Dune. Anybody else think Dune right there? First thing I thought about was Dune. Look at that! Oh, look at that storm! The lightning and everything in the snow, in the sandstorm. It's freaking awesome. Man, he's gonna move forward. He's gonna go up on the crashed javelin, which I don't know. Somehow he kind of makes it look smaller being here, but okay. Now watch. He's gonna climb up here. He's looking for a way up. He's gonna go take this dude out. Now he's trying to get in before the storm gets there. Look at the sand flying. Look at it. The sand and everything flying. Oh man. Ripping away those. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, so he goes and finds a black box recorder. Oh, gotta kill some dudes. Trying to stop them. And then he's gotta find his way out. The storm stopped by this point, but oh, yeah. So he's gonna come back here, check things out. I'm gonna find me a new way out of here. The storm knocked down my spot. He's walking through the guts of a crashed javelin. What made the javelin crash, I wonder? Why? Why did this happen to the javelin? Why? What happened to the people? Are the people from this javelin now the space nomads? The desert nomads? Just trying to survive, just trying to make it. Up. There's some more nomads coming in. There's a whole crew of them up. Even more coming in now. We got six 6 of them coming in. Better watch out. He's going to try to hit him. Whoa. That space worm just knocked him out. I'm not going to tell you what that worm looks like to me. You know. He's shooting it.
Maybe that's not such a good idea.
That's not so smart. Oh no! John Crawford. Wow. Alright, so that's pretty much Planetary V2.
That was a demonstration.
It's
of
fun,
the,
it's interesting, but it's and it's cool, but we saw the planetary stuff before. I don't know, I just didn't find it as interesting. CitizenCon goes on. Sean Murray talks about kind of the tools they're using to create the world, and we get a look at Delamar, which is going to be in the Stanton system. Even though I think they said it's not technically supposed to be there, but they wanted to have a world that had a little more difference, that had a wider range of biomes, because the Stanton system is made up of particular systems. But here's basically where he's showing they're going to be able to jump from one system to another. So they're just showing how they can plunk things down. Here was the cool part though. They jump in this ship and they're basically wanting to show us, things are kind of seamless. Whoops. Sorry. So he's flying. Now he sees that planet there. He's going to go.
Gives you really polished content.
Just to show this is not a skybox. There's no loading screens.
He's a very, very good pilot, and I think we're about to showcase this. No pressure.
So
that's not a sprite.
That's funny. He's going to quantum travel from the planet up to another planet. Boom. And now he's on a new planet, a toxic sulfur planet.
So a little bit of a different looking planet here.
Man, look how it looks there. It's pretty cool. He's gonna fly around, and I like. I don't know. I just like it.
Showing off
it's really
more
cool.
of the exotic ecosystem that we can
but it makes
do.
sense. Look,
Barely
it's
the
the whole planet makes sense. It doesn't look like, oh look, there's things floating in the sky that shouldn't be there because the procedural generator just made that happen.
Super hot.
They procedurally generate the planets, but then an artist goes in and fine tunes everything to make it look like the planet they want it to look like. So Delamar is Delamar to everyone. You know, you can start talking about landmarks and different things. Hey, meet me by the plume of smoke or I don't know, whatever. Got a mining facility going on.
So you see,
here.
they're doing a bit of mining here, but
pretty cool.
Simon's he's brave.
Now, he's running into a guy. So let's go take care of things. And so he's gonna follow him again, right off the planet. What are they gonna see?
So
what are they gonna
chase
see?
him down, see where he went.
A Polaris in space already. Again, keep in mind this is in engine, which means this Polaris is already there, and we're gonna get close, and they're gonna shut it down because they don't want us to see it yet.
All right, so we've given.
Anyway, so that was the V2 demo. Cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. I just thought Gamescom was a little more fun, maybe. So we got to look at a couple different planets, Lear, Delamar, and whatever that planet was just then with the sulfur and all that jazz. I think that's the planet in Stanton that's all been mined out to death. It's owned by one of the corporations. I forget which one. And yeah, so that was CitizenCon. Pretty cool information. Again, I think Gamescom gave us a little more fun information, but it was great to see the roadmap, especially to get a great idea of when we're going to see all our ships that we ordered and that we've paid for. But by next year, it looks like almost all of the pre-order ships that we've paid for are going to be available to us. So all people cry, oh, you paid for a digital ship and you don't really have it in the game. By next year, we're going to have all our ships in the game. Right? By the end of next year at least, if not early to that, we're going to have all the ships in the game. We're going to have a huge area to play in that's going to rival any other early access game, and we're still in alpha. Maybe they'll go up and say it's beta at that point. I don't know, because we're going to have a pretty significant game. But until then, we'll see. We'll continue to play what we have. We get 2.6 soon, 3.0 before the end of the year. 3.0 is really going to be fun and open up a lot of stuff for Star Citizen. And I can't wait to play 3.0 with you people. I can't wait to play with my fellow citizens in a more bigger, persistent universe. It'll be awesome. I'm gonna go let everyone know about that Miles Eckhart dude. I'm gonna do a expose on him. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching yet again. And I look forward to bringing more content to the Star Citizen community, bringing some streams where you guys can make fun of me for my noob-like ways. I am Rabbit Penguin, and I will see you next time.